Mark Wahlberg has been in Hollywood for over 2 decades. From rapping to modeling to acting, it sometimes feels like he's done it all. In addition, he is now a successful producer who has worked on many great projects, including the popular HBO series Entourage and Ballers. He is also vocal and outspoken, which sometimes lands him in trouble, but Wahlberg also commands a great amount of respect for his incredible transformation and the work he puts into his acting, both physically and mentally. Here are a few facts about Mark Wahlberg. He's been to prison. Wahlberg is famed for turning his life around to become an immensely successful Hollywood actor. At just 13 years old, he became addicted to cocaine and dropped out of school. The following years he was involved in a few violent and racial incidents, including one where he believed he had permanently blinded a Vietnamese man. He was charged with attempted murder, pleaded guilty to assault, and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Wahlberg only served 45 days, but those were enough to decide to turn his life around and does everything he can to be a better role model. He received his high school diploma in 2013. In a continued effort to right the wrongs he made as a kid, Wahlberg got his high school diploma in June of 2013. Having dropped out when he was just 14, it took him until 42 to hit the books. He credits his kids with the inspiration to finally do it. "I didn't want the kids saying, 'You didn't do it, so why do I need it?' They are all wanting to do things in their future that require an education." He may even continue his education. "I would love to go to USC and study film. I don't want to become a veterinarian or anything, I want to study things that further my career and broaden my horizon." Struggling to break through. When the former rapper tried to make the transition into acting, he wasn't welcomed into the industry with open arms. Director Scott Calvert discovered this when he was trying to get Marky Mark cast in the movie The Basketball Diaries. According to him, Wahlberg had to work 4 times as hard as someone starting from scratch. He was the original choice for 2 iconic roles. Wahlberg was offered the role of Linus Caldwell in Ocean's 11, but he turned it down. Matt Damon was cast instead. The film Brokeback Mountain was initially going to star Wahlberg and Joaquin Phoenix as Ennis Del Mar and Jack Twist, but both actors were uncomfortable with the film's sex scenes, so Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal were cast instead. He was paid more money than Michelle Williams to reshoot All the Money in the World. The fact that the film All the Money in the World went through massive reshoots and Kevin Spacey was replaced with Christopher Plummer was really big news a few years ago. Something else that made headlines, Michelle Williams wasn't given very much cash to reshoot her part, but Mark Wahlberg made a ton of money. As The Guardian says, it was a matter of $1.5 million versus around $1,000. Afterwards, Wahlberg made the decision to donate his reshoot fee to the Time's Up movement. He inspired the HBO show Entourage. If you ever tuned into the HBO drama Entourage, you might have thought that it was pretty realistic and must have been inspired by someone real. Well, that's actually true. The show was loosely based on his own experiences as an up-and-coming film star. He also produced and guest starred in the film. He puked during Italian job training session. Action star Mark Wahlberg couldn't quite hack the extensive training required for the driving stunts in the 2003 remake of heist film The Italian Job. According to Charlize Theron, at one point during shooting, Wahlberg became so nauseous from doing 360s, he had to pull the car he was driving over and vomit. She said, "I vividly remember Mark Wahlberg, halfway through one of our training sessions, pulling over and throwing up because he was so nauseous from doing 360s. He co-owns a cricket team. In 2013, Wahlberg became a co-owner of the Barbados Tridents. He said, "I am a huge cricket fan now. I'm excited to be a part of the Limassol Caribbean Premier League because I know cricket is huge in the Caribbean and a rich part of the region's heritage. Sports and entertainment are a powerful combination, and the LCPL will appeal to a huge audience worldwide." He had tickets on Flight 11 on September 11th. Wahlberg and some of his friends were scheduled to fly from Boston to Los Angeles on American Airlines Flight 11 on 9/11, but they decided to attend a film festival in Canada before heading back to LA and chartered a flight north instead. The plane hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center as part of the terrorist attacks. Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on the same flight. He got all of his tattoos removed. Wahlberg has been getting tattoos since he used a sewing needle to ink a shamrock on his arm at 12 years old. Eventually he added other tattoos. An interview with James Corden on The Late Late Show, Wahlberg said, "I had like 8 or 9. They went all the way around my neck, my stomach, my arms, my back, my leg." Wahlberg shared that he wanted to get his tattoos removed before his 2010 film The Fighter and was told by his dermatologist that the process of removing them should be completed over 5 to 7 visits within a 5 to 7 year span, meaning a treatment of just once a year. But Wahlberg chose to accelerate the plan and had several tattoos removed in less than 7 months. It took him 5 years to get all of the tattoos removed. When asked why he had the tattoos removed, Wahlberg credited the act as a sign of growth. He said, "Maturity, sensibility."